Thank you, my Lord. The song at the background, I don't know if you're able to hear it, by Fiona Mukasa from Uganda. I'm so excited for another day, another day. And this is day 4 of us talking about trusting ourselves, the power of trusting yourself, the power of trusting my own self. And today we are talking about taking bold action. Bold action, not just taking action, but taking bold action. We are going to learn on why it is important to take crucial action. And also, we're going to take how to overcome fear so that you can be able to take that bold action. We are going to learn this. And also, one more last thing that we are going to learn is how to create momentum in your personal and professional life. You know, this self-doubt is really a very big thing that it can distract us in all aspects of our life, whether being personal life, professional, family, or spiritual life. It can distract us in so many things. But when we address it, it helps us address it also in all aspects of our life, in our professional life and in our personal life, in our every way of life. It helps us to really focus and be able to take bold action. And when we talk about taking bold action, we really mean taking action with the confidence, you know what you're doing, taking action knowing what you're going to face. Maybe you have forecast what could be the risk and the benefit, everything you have already calculated. That is calculated risk, and that means taking bold action. And for you to reach that level, you need to have trusted yourself, believe in yourself, and reminded yourself you can conquer this, because sometimes it is very hard to take those action. Maybe we can decide, and taking action was always the difficult thing for most people, for me especially. I used to think I can do this, I can do that, but taking that first action was always the challenge for me, because I did not trust myself. That thing was just bottom down to trusting yourself. So trusting yourself really helps in a lot of things. When I learned that trusting myself can help me quicken decision making and be able to even to grow faster, I never want to trust other people or maybe go for other people's approval as I used to do before. So we're going to dive in on how, why, first of all, why taking bold action is very important. One very thing is because fear always tell us you will fail, maybe it will not work. But taking bold action is a proof to yourself, not to other people. Here we are building ourselves, and it's all about ourselves. It's centered in ourselves, it's centered in me, and it's centered in you. Live along other people. It is a proof to yourself. I just posted one of my photo last week or this week. This week, I think last week. I don't know. I don't remember very well. It could be this early this week of when I graduated. I was dancing. Why? Because I thought my time had gone. I could not go back to school. That was what my mind thought. And also other people told me, Sandra, you're already big enough and you are working. You can't go back to school. But in my heart, I really wanted to go back to school and have a graduation. I need to wear that graduation gown because I just started, I finished A level, advanced level of education there in Uganda, and things were not right. And I went and started work, casual work, until I developed profession just within the work. I learned so many things within my work profession. And I wanted to go back to school. So many people, even at my place of work, said, Sunday, you cannot handle this. How can you handle family studies? And you have also ministry. You are working in the church. How can you handle all this? And I said, Sunday, you can do it. I really thought it was right. And I tried even to study online. I enrolled in Cambridge and I failed. And I wanted to accept what they say was true. And in my mind, I said, Sunday, you really know you cannot do this. Family, and you have a big family and managing it, a lot of other things, leave alone, even the finance, how can you divide your money? But I believe that something, if you've put in your heart and you really want to take action, and taking action is a proof to yourself. One day I took that first action. I failed. I did a course in Cambridge, and the course was on business and IT, because those are the areas I was really interested in. Even up to now, I'm still interested more on business and knowing more about IT things. So I thought, this is it. I'm not going to manage this. But I failed. Why? I knew why I failed. I realized I failed at the IT part because I did not do practicals. I did not have even the resources to practice to do the practical part. For example, fixing a computer, maybe programming. I did not get the opportunity because I was studying a long distance and I did not have those things. That's why I failed on the IT part. I passed the business part, but the IT I did not do well. But I stayed for another 1 year wanting to accept, but I said, no, I don't need to accept this. I have to go and graduate. So I spoke to myself for a long time. But one day I just took action. I was just in my bed and I said, from this week, I must take action and get a school that I will go. I don't want long distance anymore. I just wanted to go and attend classes. Maybe I can study online, have those videos and go for lectures sometimes and go for exams. I want to sit for exams with everyone else. Oh, that was a bold decision. But taking that bold action, I just went on that. And for sure, if you believe you wanted something, it will appear to you. One day I was just, because that was what I really wanted, my focus was on it. I just wanted to graduate. Even I started playing songs. I started playing these songs like, my tomorrow must be greater than today. Those are my prophetic songs. And there's another one by Mama Star, the mother of stars. It says that Victory Parade. Those are my songs. I could play that songs over and over and over again. And those songs reminded me that Sunday you can make it. You're already on the highway. You have made the decision. You have made the decision that you're going back to school. You are on the highway. You are the highway of success. So I reminded myself, I already never mind what other people told me, how busy I was, to remind me, because that time I was working in the church and I was the women's secretary at the same time at the bigger church at JCC. I was a women's secretary there and I was a women leader in my local church. And that is a lot of responsibility and my family. And I want to study at the same time. But I said, Sunday, you must do this. Remember, you have to build yourself. I am working this for the community, but one day I need to prove to myself, not only to myself, but also to get a professional job. I was having a professional job, but I really wanted to have a profession that is defined. I don't know if someone gets me in that emotion. I wanted to have a defined profession. Yes, I was working in the IT department. I did a lot of things. I learned a lot of stuff, from networking to programming, a lot of data entry, data analysis, all those things. We learned them. I learned them just from work, but I wanted to have a defined profession. So that was when I made that decision. But the day I took the bold action, so I was saying that if your mind think of something and over again, that thing will come to you. It's like attraction. That thing comes to you. So I was just going through Facebook. Was it on Facebook? Yeah, on Facebook. And then I got a school. It was in Cavendish. They are offering online classes, and also you can go for lectures, and exactly what I really wanted. I enrolled. I took that bold action. But guess what happened? After when I took that bold action, because I said to myself, after taking this bold action, I'm just going to say this. I don't want to give birth. And because the first time I enrolled to school and then I got pregnant, and the pregnancy was really disturbing. I could not concentrate in class. I said to myself, this time, it's not going to happen. Guess what happened? I enrolled. I took the action. I did everything and even sent the payment for the first year, first semester. And I started feeling pain, my headache and dizziness. I said, what again? I went and tested myself. I was pregnant. But thank God, what is this? I was really so not disappointed, but I did not know what a mess am I making on myself. The same mistake I did, I also made it again. But because I took that bold action, I said to myself, I promised to myself that I must graduate this time. I gave myself 5 years. The course was for 3 years, but I gave myself 5 years. I said, within this year range, I must graduate, not exceeding the fifth year. So I got pregnant. I started work. I go to work. I have the church ministry. I have to go back to school. All those things happened. Within all those, I really pushed myself beyond my limits. And there were also a lot of other challenges like the electric. We didn't have electricity. I had solar in my house. And the solar, when it rains, it's not working. I have to go to other people's houses who have electricity to study, to do my assignments, because there are a lot of assignments. I have to do that. That is the power of taking bold action. When you take those bold action, you're really committed 100 plus to it. So I continued like that with the pregnancy and the work, the ministry, everything. I carried it all on my shoulder. It was heavy, but I carried all this weight. So time came, I gave birth to the child, was premature again. This boss baby was premature. That's why in taking action that you might find some challenges that can bring you down, but never give up. I gave birth to a child and the child was premature. She has to be in the incubator for certain time. And even though we brought her home, we have to take this intensive care of her. But the weather, it should not be cold, it should not, a lot of things. But I have to do my exams. I asked for time off. So one semester I did not continue because I was concentrating more on the baby so that she can be okay. I don't want to lose her. And I don't want also because I can go back to the school anytime. So I took one semester off and I concentrated on taking care of the baby. So I still keep playing those music. To remind myself this within this 5 year range, I must graduate. So I continued, and good enough, the child started picking up. After the first 1 year, she started becoming okay. And I kept doing my assignments because the things were online. And guess what? Going for exams was the difficult part. I have to go for exams from South Sudan to Uganda. And it was one of the most difficult part. I have the chance of coming with aeroplane, but from the place of work, the UN flights. But the child is another thing. They have a long process, but sometimes I have a limited time and I have to go within those limited days because maybe I have like 1 week for exams. I just take 1 week of my annual leave. I go and sit for exams for 2 weeks. And then I come back. So I have to go with the baby, milk, hot water, everything. Oh my God. That was a really journey, a commitment. I committed to it for 3 years. 3 years, I kept doing that. And when COVID hit, that was when I was supposed to graduate that year when COVID hit. And because of that, everything was put on hold. So we have to wait another extra year. So because I had delayed one semester, I did not do. So I did not graduate with my team. But the next year, the next bunch that was after us, I graduated with them. So that picture, every time I post it, it's like I post it every year, and people think I have just graduated. It reminds me, it's a proof to me of my resilience. It proves to me that every decision I make is valid. That was a very strong decision. I went through a very hard time to really get that bachelor degree, but I got it at last. I got it. So, and even not to remain there, I did other courses that is surrounding that profession. So I am so thankful. That is the power of taking bold action. Bold decision is good, but the bold action is the magic, because a decision without action is no decision. It's nothing. So I took that bold decision and bold action at the same time, despite what was in the surrounding, despite what circumstance was surrounding me. I committed to myself, and I promised myself that I am going to be committed into this. I am going to be committed into building myself. I want to prove not only to myself, but also to those people who thought I couldn't do it. Yes, they knew, and they were the first people to celebrate me. Say, Sunday, we always knew. If you knew, why didn't you tell me before that you knew that I will be able to complete this? Some people, they are just carried away by the wind. Wherever the wind is, they are there. So never rely on other people's decisions, because they will never suit you. They will never be comfortable for you. So that is the power of taking bold action, and why bold action is very important: to prove to myself, to prove to yourself that every decision you take is valid. And also it creates a record of success, because those successes is not just happen and you forget about it. Those are motivations. Those are stepping stones that when you face another difficult moment in the future, you can refer to the success that you got and say, did you know how I got my degree? how I overcame traveling with the hot water, with my baby was prematured, and a lot of things. A lot of things, even the finance part was yet another thing. So that was a record of success that I can use every time to remind myself whenever I have doubts. Whenever doubt hits my mind, I can remind myself of what I did, what happened when I got my degree. It wasn't easy, but I achieved it. I was really determined to get it, and it was worth it. It was worth it going through what I went through, because that paper can help me anywhere, anytime. Even when I moved to Australia, just with that, because it's a bachelor degree in information technology, I put it also in the Australian standard. It was verified, and I was able to get a job. I did not get the job because of that, but because of the skills that I gained, because it's like hands-on work, hands-on work job. So it's really very important. You really take that action, that action on the goal that you have. Planning about it is good, thinking about it is good, writing it down is good, but taking action is the most important thing. Stepping up bold, stepping up bold with courage, knowing that you can make it no matter what. And believe me, when you take that action, there might be something that look like you made a wrong decision. Never think twice. Just go for it. Because when you made that decision, there were a lot of things involved. Your intuition, your feeling, your emotions were all involved in making that decision. So never doubt. Just go forward, go for it. Because every success, most of them are hidden within our fears. And when someone is afraid, there was someone who told me, I was afraid when I were having one of our project is building a house, and I was really afraid. And someone told me, an elderly person from our church, he said, when you're afraid, it's a good sign. It's a good sign that you're going to finish it, because every time you feel you're afraid, you keep learning more, you keep doing more. You feel you're afraid, you do more, you do more. So it will go finish faster. And it was true. We finished that project within 1 year, just because we were afraid. We were afraid of judgment, that you see what they have started and they have never finished it. And yeah, it was a good proof. It was a success record that we can, not just to prove to other people, but also to our own self, to my own self, that someday everything you do will succeed if you commit yourself into it. So commitment is really something very important. After taking action, commit to it, make it a consistent actions that you can. So it also, taking bold action breaks this cycle of procrastination, of I will do it today, I'll do it today evening, I'll do it tomorrow morning, I'll do it, and you never do it. You're just afraid of taking that action. So taking bold actions it breaks off that circle. I am a living proof that I used to procrastinate a lot. Waking up in the morning, I say, I'll do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. And tomorrow I will think of tomorrow. So I never get to do it. But taking bold action helps me to really stand out and be focused on whatever that I have committed to, and keep whatever that I promise myself I can do, and keep doing it. Taking those small, bold steps. It cannot be just big steps. It could be something small but consistent thing. So it's very important, because breaking that cycle of procrastination and fear, it takes you to take action that you can be able to break that from that bold action. So that's why taking bold action really sets us to trust ourselves more. So those actions I took and the resilience I built in that helps me to trust myself more and more and more. So we're going to know how to overcome fear and take bold steps. One thing is refrain from fear and embrace growth. Just like I said, my testimony of when I had that project, I was building a house and I was so afraid. So that fear is a sign to me that I am leveling up. That fear is a sign to me. I don't see it as fear, but I see it as a sign that something good is behind that fear. Something good is about to happen to me and to my family. So I have to be consistent. I have to be at watch. I have to be um, seeing what is taking place, what is going to happen. I am just ready anytime to handle whatever that comes, because of because I want to break away from fear. I want to break away from that fear, and I want to use it as a stepping stone. I want to use it as an opportunity for me to grow. Because whatever I'm afraid of, if maybe I didn't have the skill in that field, it will give me the hunger to learn more about what that thing that I did not understand more, that I did not get it right. So it helps me to really remind myself, oh, you don't know about this, can you go and learn about this? Can you I go and something I don't know, and if I am committed to, I really wanted to have more time to really understand it better. So having fear could be also another thing that can help you understand something better, and that can really boost your growth. So taking action, bold action, is very important when we see the fear as growth. We could see as growth. It can be in our professional life, it can be in our personal life, it can be anywhere at any time. We can be able to change or shift the fear into growth, and just by seeing it as an opportunity to learn. Maybe, yes, I don't know more about this thing, this area of profit in my profession or in my workplace. I wanted to learn more about it. I wanted to learn more about it so I can be able to perform better in that area. In everything. For example, even in our business, if I don't know more about creating arts, making art, I go back training, to the training, and I learn more about how to make meta arts or YouTube ads. I go and learn it over and over and over again. I even go and watch the masterminds on that very topic that I wanted to learn. So it's very important that we step out and start trusting ourselves. And these are the process on how trusting ourselves can be built, because it's not something that you just gain. Oh, today I trust myself, it's going to be okay. No, it's a process that there are these actions that we are talking about helps us to maintain it. If we have decided to trust ourselves, but how do we maintain it? How do we constantly trust ourselves? How can we constantly take bold actions and believe in ourselves and trust in ourselves? So sometimes you don't need to take big steps, because big steps can scare you, and maybe in between there are other small steps that you may miss it. So it is very important to start small and grow. Start small and just step up, level up. The anytime that you get something, take small steps that you can manage. small steps that you can manage. Maybe just taking the first step. Maybe if something is for 1 month, you can break it for 1 week. You can do it in 1 week. For example, I am doing a course that some people are doing it in 3 months, but I wanted to do it in 6 months because I wanted to understand it better. I want to take small steps so that it can sink into my mind properly. I can understand it better. I don't want to rush. That's why taking small steps are very important. Yes, it takes a lot of time, but it is very good because once you get it, it's very important that you get it all into detail so you don't make mistakes. So taking small actions also is another thing that can help us build our own trust, build trust on ourselves. And building trust on ourselves helps us also to trust others. So it's two ways. So getting out manageable steps that you can be able to challenge yourself to manage or take actions every day, consistent action, small consistent action. So how to create momentum in your personal and professional life? Sometimes yes, we have taken the action, we believe in ourselves, and okay, how can we make it consistent? How can we make it that every time when I decide something, I can take action and I can be able to I can be able to change my life or move forward in whatever that I wanted to. One thing is to set goals. The Bible tells us that um, write down the vision in Habakkuk 2 says that write down the vision and in a due time the vision will speak for itself. I always love that verse so much that at a due time, the vision will speak for itself. That even though if you are those ones who have Bible, you can read that Habakkuk 2. I think from 2 and 3, you can start from 1 even. It says that at a due time, the vision will speak for itself. And even though it will tarry, it may take longer, that wait, it will surely come. It will surely come. I just paraphrase it. It's not exactly like that, but those are the words in it. It will surely come. So make those small, build those clear goals and take those small steps towards building those achievable goals. That this also help us to make consistent actions and consistent growth so develop success habit. Just like I like, because I say to myself that I'm on a highway of success. That's what I always remind myself. And I play music that is that are motivational and inspiring to help me remind myself every time that I am on a success journey. So I can be able to think like a successful person, act successful steps, taking those small steps. And success is it's not that big thing that you have to wait. Even me waking up every time at 5 a.m. it's a success because my body now understands. Even without the alarm clock ringing, I will be already awake by 450, 4:48. I'll already be awake at that time, preparing myself to wake up and take bold actions of just going to maybe drink a cup of water and take shower and start to prepare for my life transformation show. So those are small steps of success that I keep myself this I am on a success track. So just waking up consistently at the same time is a great success for me. So it could be something else to you, but those success, don't undermine them. They are the fuel that can keep you going. Whenever you get stuck, you can refer back to how you overcame, how you succeeded, how you did the other thing. You can remind yourself on those things. So another one important thing is also for us to surround yourself with like-minded people, those people who can lift you, who can challenge you to go beyond your comfort zone, those people who can tell you, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Try it. Something you are afraid to do. And someone is telling you, try, go, try, do it. And do and succeed. So I am so thankful. And this is the Life Transformation Show. Let us know how you trusted yourself, how you kept being consistent and being building goals and taking bold action. Let us know on the comment section. Let us know if you took bold action this year. Let us know in the comment section. And I just want to remind you that this is a judgment-free zone. Here, we don't judge anyone. We listen, we don't judge. This is a judgment-free zone where we share our hearts, our thoughts to build one another. So I am so grateful. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be the last day on this topic on self-trust, and we'll go to model 5 and start another series, another 7 days or 6 days series on this on another topic. So I can't wait to see you there tomorrow. Have a beautiful time. For those who want to know about the business, my website is below and also in my bio on the page. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, go and register to have the complimentary webinar. Have a blessed time, a blessed weekend. God bless you. Bye. Doesn't want to go. I think this sense that is